Call the office at 572-0383 or 572-0215. REV-UP, St. Lucia, the alpha of radio.
Harddrive is next with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor.
At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we strive to bring you and your family the highest level of comfort, absolute satisfaction, and peace of mind during your most sorrowful time of need.
Our professional standards and quality services are second to none. We offer ground burials, burials at sea, cremations, and embalming, fine locally made coffins, internationally made caskets, 24-hour emergency, shipping and receiving the deceased to and from overseas.
Rambali's signature funeral package includes a casket or coffin collection, refrigeration and preparation of the body, her services, 100 funeral leaflets, 12 memorial buttons, 6 keyrings, 10 corsages, and 1 framed photo.
Rambali's Funeral Parlor, Calvary Road, Castries, and Lartuni, Beaufort. For more information, please call 758-452-2021 or 758-454-9239.
Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good night to our listeners and to our viewers in St. Lucia and across the globe. Welcome to Harddrive for today, Friday, the 13th of March. Imagine, folks, another week is going by. It's already, almost the weekend, depending on what religion you belong to. For some faiths, the week starts on the Sunday, some it ends on a Saturday, for some it's a Friday. Boy, anyway, so it's a Friday, so the weekend is here, folks, and it came by really, really quickly. Imagine I was saying to somebody, was it yesterday? Lady J, good morning to you. Good morning. All is well? All is well with you?
I thought I was invisible.
No. I was just thinking out loud there, so let me just think out loud. I was just saying, I usually start paying my bills on the 16th of the month, right? As in I usually start, depending, of course, on what it is I'm supposed to be paid.
Right.
And you're paying bills, let me talk about me. From the 16th, this coming up, that coming up, the other coming up, right through until... And I said to myself, but wait a second, the 16th is almost upon us again.
Monday.
I said, miss, yeah. What? There's almost like no break in between. Because, you pay one thing here, you pay another one, and it goes now into the end of the month. Then others come up and you pay them all, that. And next thing you know, the 16th is, what? Yes, yeah. I like to pay the things quickly so I feel like I get a break. You understand? At least a good 3 weeks that I don't have to worry about any bills or anything like that. But our partner, that's just the way things are. Yes, good morning, Lady J.
Get to say
the beautiful and lovely Lady J, as always.
Good morning.
Yeah. Lady J, I have to do something about my wardrobe because you put him in the shade, man. You put him in the shade.
I don't
literally.
know if I'm putting you in the shade.
Literally.
This is me. If this is you, do you, I do me.
I have to upgrade.
This is me. Now you're talking. Because this is me, Andre.
I'll have to ask Mr. Son. Mr. Son, he has a lot of clothes.
Yeah.
He don't like to give his clothes at all. Yeah, and other things. He say he'd rather buy for you instead of giving you what he has.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
now,
good.
I'm kind of like that in a way, I'm kind of like that in a way. For example, there's certain things I do like to share. Like, for example, if I'm having ice cream, right? The only person I'll share it with, to be honest with you, is probably Nairobi. You come around, tell me, daddy, or whatever, right? But if you're an adult, I'll buy it for you. You understand? My ice cream is my ice cream. I don't need to share
understand
that.
what you mean by sharing. You have a big cup, a big bucket of ice cream at home.
Yeah.
And if I come to your home, you wouldn't share that?
Once you see I have it, this is mine, that's my territory, right? You want some? No problem. I'll go and get it for you. I'll get it for you, no problem. But I ain't sharing what I have. Now, that's certain things. The other things, of course, no problem, I'll share. But you see the ice cream and you see cake, don't come by me. The only person that can get me to change my mind is if Hassani or Bina or Nairobi would say, can I get some, please?
Andre, I don't know if to call that greediness or being selfish, but Andre, a bucket of ice cream in your fridge. And I don't care, I'm saying it. A bucket of ice cream in your fridge. It doesn't take a scoop, Andre, for somebody coming to your house?
Just so?
A scoop?
Just so? Well, I'm just so.
No, but what do you mean by you will buy? Because, I come to your house now.
Right.
How can you buy it?
I'll go get it for you. I'll go get it for you.
By that time, I'll tell you it's okay.
Well, that's fine.
I'll just have
that's
some
fine.
water.
Good. Well, that's fine. Oh, my pleasure to give you the water. There's some things I just don't share. I don't like sharing certain things. My grapes and things like that. Oh, wow, these are my favorite things.
Okay, so let's just tell anybody who is coming to your home, walk with your own ice cream.
No.
Walk with your grapes.
No, I didn't say that at all.
I'm saying it. I didn't say you said it. I said I'm saying it. So let me just say.
No, speak for yourself then.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Oh, okay, all right.
Because I know I'm not going to get it when I get to your home, or I have to wait for it.
But why do you want my thing? Why do you want my thing?
No. I come to your home. I'm not going to look at it as your thing. I come to your home.
So whose one is it?
Andre, if I come to your home, what are you going to offer me, Andre?
I tell you, I have apple juice there. Would you like some apple juice?
Okay, fine. That's
but
right.
not the ice cream star.
Okay,
that's my territory right there.
Okay. Because the only way I'll know you have ice cream is if I see inside of your
remember,
fridge.
I'm not a perfect man. Keep that in mind. I'm not a perfect man.
You drop that in quick. Yeah, drop it in quick. Mm-hmm.
Hey, let's say good morning to the folks on DBS.
That's right, DBS, yes. Linda, Lisa. And Cynthia is still on vacation, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
it's a long vacation, man.
I don't know, 3 weeks. Is it 3 weeks already or 2 weeks? I don't know what her vacation is. I must ask her. Yeah. Also Annie, Kendall. Yeah.
Yeah, the entire crew. All right.
Little Amanda.
Okay, Lady J. So I have some shout outs to give there, etc., etc. So let me just get into that. But anything you want to mention before I do just that? Lady J, anything in particular?
Nothing in particular, just what's happening. Yeah.
All right, so let me just do the house chores. The menu for today at the Thomas O'Bread place is saffron rice, ground provisions, mac and cheese, stewed pigtail, baked chicken, curried goat. It tastes pretty good, actually.
Not
curried goat, chickpeas, tossed salad, and sauce with cucumber salad.
That sounds good. That's up my alley.
Don't you just love a cucumber salad?
I do.
I love a cucumber salad.
Andre, I just eat it just like that.
Oh, you mean, right, really? You don't put a little salt on that?
Eventually.
A little oil and stuff in there?
Well, I shouldn't say eventually. Sometimes. But other times, I replace it. Instead of bread, I eat the cucumber. So just peel it, hold it, and eat it.
I can have that alone, Just the cucumber salad.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
But I can't have the carrot.
A bowl full.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that. But I can't have the carrot. It has to be cooked or grated for me to eat the carrot. But I love the carrot. If it's grated, I can eat it just like that. But I just cannot eat the carrot uncooked, except if it's grated.
Yeah, I think I
don't know
agree.
why.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. So, again, saffron rice, ground provisions, mac and cheese, stewed pigtail, baked chicken, curried goat, chickpeas, tossed salad, and sauce with cucumber salad. And remember to try the wide variety of Seymour's beverages, which include the all-new blueberry flavor. There's also coconut, ginger, peanut, and peanut punch, and regular flaxseed and chia seed Seymour's with milk or without milk. So that's what's happening at the Thomas O'Bread place today.
Andre, when they say peanut and peanut punch,
right?
What's that? That's two different things.
Yeah, the peanut punch has a little alcohol in there. It'll give you a punch.
Okay, I get it.
A nice punch.
Okay.
A nice punch.
I think I have to try the coconut. I don't think I have heard of that one.
It tastes good.
Really?
It
just as good as the peanut?
As the peanut. But the peanut is my favorite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you take the punch or just the peanut?
No. You know me and the alcohol already. That's just my thing. Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Me too.
And for all due respect, you love your thing. Have a good time. All right.
Yeah.
So let me just make the announcement here. The Good Friday Lucian breakfast. In fact, Joella, somebody actually messaged me this morning, asked me to send them your little pic here. Right, so I did, because the person wants to come and support. All right, that's in Texas, USA. So Good Friday Lucian breakfast. The menu is roast and fried bakes, mahi, saltfish, smoked herring, salad, tomatoes, lettuce and cucumber salad, akra, cocoa tea, and lime squash. Okay, starting time 8 a.m. The local Lucian community of Baytown, Texas, and the date the 3rd of April. So please check it out.
Yummy.
Now, the fact that Joel has asked me every year to announce this thing, it just goes to show we have quite a few listeners in the Texas area. Yeah, because the last time she told me everything was sold out. Everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many years have they been doing that?
I'm not too sure. Maybe a few years. I'm not too sure.
I hope they're hearing so they can give you that information. But also it's done in New York. I don't know. I can't remember what part of New York. But Gloria, who is a fan of yours, who is always listening from Atlanta, her sister does it every year. I know Invader goes up, and sometimes some of the other artists from St. Lucia go up to perform. And it starts from morning and it goes up until, I think, when the police stop the noise.
Wow.
They go up on, I guess they're supposed to stop at 12 or whatever, but they still, people are still there. It's like $20 or whatever you pay. And, you come in and just like her, you have all that food and whatever. It's a good fete, they say. I just don't remember what part in New York, but it is in New York. Yeah.
Alrighty. So let's say good morning to our dear friend, Silton. Don't forget, folks, to check out Silton for your rubs. All right. You can call at 716-8018. 716-8018. That's Silton's Rub. Now, let me say happy birthday to a very good friend of mine. His name is Cyril Jeremy. Yeah, you know Jeremy, right? He spoke with us at
all right.
100.
What was his? No, we didn't call him that. What we called him?
We call him Jeremy. That's what we call him.
Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Right.
But Jeremy is actually his last name.
He? Oh, really?
Yeah, he's well. Yeah, he's well. Yeah.
Hi, Jeremy. Nice guy.
So that's right. So tomorrow is his birthday. So Jeremy is celebrating his birthday tomorrow, Saturday. So happy birthday in advance, Cyril Jeremy. Wishing you all the best. I know I'm going to see him tonight because imagine, Lady J, when I play by Dax up at Rodney Bay, which I'm playing tonight there, he actually sets me up. So he sets up everything. Once I get there, and he comes there, do this, do that, the other, because there's certain things I don't know about, certain wires.
Okay. So he
takes care of that.
That's his part?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Okay, so Jeremy, I'll go see you tonight. Okay, I'll buy you a drink. All right. So that's right. So happy birthday. Now I believe today my friend Catherine of Degason, I believe it's her birthday today. Although Catherine, if you're listening, I messaged Tessa to ask her if today is your birthday, because I believe today is your birthday. All right. So Tessa, I haven't heard from Tessa. Normally she'd send me a little shout out for her mom. Now she hasn't done that, and I messaged her this morning asking whether it is really her birthday today. So let me not take any chances. Let me wish, just in case, Catherine of Degazon, she's celebrating her birthday today, I believe. Happy birthday, Catherine. Have yourself a great, great, great day. I hope all is well with you. I hope all is well with your daughter Tessa as well. All right.
But if it's in the month of March, I guess it's okay, Andre.
I guess so. Yeah, because for sure she's a March born. That's for sure.
Well, good.
But normally Tessa would send me a message. Now I messaged Tessa very, very early and she hasn't responded. So I hope everything is okay.
Okay.
I hope
she's
so.
Enjoying her birthday.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about Catherine. I'm talking about her daughter, Tessa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Also, happy birthday to Earl Joseph. Yeah, Earl Joseph. I believe he's listening right now. He's better known as Creamy of the Thomas Bread Place. That's Yaslin's brother. So he's celebrating his birthday today. So Earl Joseph, better known as Creamy, happy birthday to you, my bro. Have yourself a great day today from the entire family and also from yours truly, AP. All right? Yes, I. Okay, so these are the shout-outs. You have any shout-out for anybody in particular?
Everybody and anybody.
Yeah?
Yes,
okay.
Everybody.
Wonderful.
Siobhan, good morning to you. Good morning to Jean. Yeah, Jean Elliott.
Oh, Jean.
Say good morning to her. She's always tuned in.
You mean Jean and her sister, right? The twin? Our friends?
I only met the sister once, her twin.
Oh, really?
Just once, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, just once. But
Yes.
Jean always sends me a message just about every day. Even last night around 8ish, we speak. So, yes. Good morning, Jean. Good morning, Archie, as well. Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's her husband. Yes, so don't forget, Sharon. Sharon might be listening as well.
Yes, and also...
I think you're just as bad as me when it comes to names.
All of a sudden, his name has left me. He was walking with us.
Carlisle.
Oh, Carlisle. Yes.
You're just as bad as me.
Carlisle.
Welcome to the club. You see me and names? Oh my gosh.
No, I was good at it, but
we
hey, you're right.
We don't do very well at all.
Right.
Numbers,
Carlisle.
I remember. You tell me your number right now. I'll remember that. As soon as it's like I just make this mental note right away. But a name, even if you see maybe it's a lady, maybe I may even like the lady, right? And she tells me her name.
I'll remember that.
In
I'll
5
remember
minutes,
it.
I'm gone already.
I'll remember it. But if you...
What's the name again?
No, but if you're not mentioning that name for a while,
right,
you eventually forget. And Carlisle, we haven't been talking about our group for a while. So, and you remember, Carlisle is a very unique name. So it's very easy to forget. But anyway, I have not forgotten you, Carlisle. He's a darling. Yes, Carlisle is a lovely guy. Mm-hmm.
You make me laugh, Lady J.
But that's what you have to do, Andre. Why you want to get serious? Hello.
Make me laugh.
Of course. So do you too.
Oh my God, Lady J has an explanation for everything.
Yes, you got it. You got it, as long as it's a good one.
All right. Okay, Lady J. Now, a caller earlier was saying that the government only gave a part of the reason as to why they've introduced the visa restrictions on St. Lucians. Mm-hmm. Okay, and if that's what they did, if they deliberately held back that part, right, then that would be misleading, actually.
Oh, there's more to come, Andre. Maybe they didn't.
That would be
just more to come.
That would be misleading because while it may not be the only reason, but if that's what was stated on the documents that we received from the British government, that's part of the reason, right? They should have said so. I'm saying if that be the case, they should have said so. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, You can't be there's no perfect government, okay? And it's always good to show your little weaknesses sometimes where you mess up. And I find, a lot of politicians don't like to do that. They're almost like you, Lady J, always have an explanation for something. It's true. You ever see you ask them a question, they tell you, yes, we're working on that, right? Some question you think that maybe, they would least expect you to bring it up. And they're quick to say, oh, yes, we're working on that right now. We have a plan. And we're going to be...
Careful now, Andre.
We're going to be rolling out this and rolling out that, right? You just ask them a surprise question, and they can't tell you, well, I didn't think about that, now that you brought it up. It's a good point, and I shall give it some thought. It's almost like some of the pastors too. You ask them a question, they don't know the answer, and they'll beat around the bush. And just instead of saying, okay, I never thought about that one before, I don't think I know, I'll have to go back and check it to ensure I get the correct information.
You just put me in that same category. Yeah. And I always come back if I don't know something.
But I told you so a while ago. I said you always have an explanation for something.
Yes, but and then you jump straight into that.
You forgot Carlisle. You forgot Carlisle.
Okay.
You don't have to explain that.
So if I want to, the same way you explain why you don't want to give people your ice cream.
No.
You hear him?
No, but you were probing me on that one. You were probing me. You kept going. I had to give you an answer.
Andrea, let me read something. Somebody put there. So maybe. I love the banter between you and Andre.
Good. Good. Is that a male or a female?
Male.
Yeah. Well done, my boy, whoever you are. Well said.
He's always listening.
So I was saying, Lady J, I'm saying, right? There's nothing wrong if you don't get it right. And I think we have to understand those things. You didn't get it quite right. Nothing wrong in admitting you didn't get it right. You're not a perfect human being.
Okay,
as a matter of fact, people would appreciate that even more. You show that you're actually human. You don't always have an explanation for something. I don't know right now. I will check it out. I'll get back to you on that particular one. But no, they have an answer. I had somebody inside the other day, a pastor, and somebody asked him a question right from the Bible. Okay, so he went to the scripture to check it out. Now, I suspect he didn't know how to explain it. Instead of saying, okay, I'll get back to you on that, he said it is self-explanatory.
So he's telling me to read it.
Yeah, in other words, you don't understand it, that's your problem. Because it already explains itself. He said it's self-explanatory. That's not an answer you give somebody. Somebody asks you something about the Bible, you are supposed to be a quote-unquote expert, right? If you don't know, say, okay, I will go check it out and I'll come back to you. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know why we feel as though we just need to explain everything and try to, project this image where we know it all and we're already on top of things. The politicians do that all the time. And now you have the other side of the coin now, where people don't cut them any slack. They don't cut them any slack, right? So I think they're aware of that you're not going to cut me any slack, so I have to show you I'm on top of my game.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, Andre, just before you go on, remember the Carnival launch was last night.
I was just about going into that. Yeah.
Okay,
so let's go there. No,
get into it, and then because you may have news, so I will.
Yeah, well, the Carnival Planning and Management Committee officially launched Lucian Carnival 2026. Boy, we're not playing. Imagine that. We're supposed to be going to jazz before Carnival, and Carnival has already been launched. I would imagine, and I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Well, maybe that's what they're thinking. It doesn't make sense, maybe in the middle of jazz to launch Carnival, right? Instead of waiting, just do it now. What do you think? What do you think of that?
That's probably, but Andre, 3 months or so before anything, because you need the other countries to come in. They have to prepare flights, whatever. So I think we are in March. That's March, April, May, June. Carnival ends in July. I think that's sufficient time.
Yeah.
I think they're giving the jazz January. I also think that's sufficient time, January to May. That's about 5 months, but they talk about it from December, so that's 6 months. So I think that's about, March is a good time, because it's not only for us in St. Lucia, but it's also for persons from the other countries, the diaspora, to visit. And of course, we've been getting lots of outsiders, I call it, as well as locals, let's say St. Lucians, living out of St. Lucia that return for Carnival, because we've been getting better, and we are doing better. We're really doing really good, Andre, because there was a time when Barbados was doing much better than us and the other Caribbean islands, including Jamaica. And these countries started way after us, and they got better. Why? Because they were pumping more money into it.
And planning early.
Planning early, and maybe they had better organizers. Because, the team sometimes with finances really makes it, Andre, because you can have the finances and you don't have a good team, it's not going to work,
Okay, well.
So what I liked last night, because I was present, is the fact that they honored, you remember the saying, give me my flowers before I'm gone, Andre, and it was so good who they honored, who they gave awards to, persons like Secra Gibson, persons like Shining Emmanuel, persons like Jati.
Hold a second. Secra Gibson was honored?
Yes, Andre. But Carnival. They just put that in this time around.
Oh.
Yeah,
because he's passed. He's passed, right? Or is Secra still alive?
Don't say that. He's still alive. Very much so. Walked on stage, even if he had his stick.
You got to be.
Gibson
sorry. It's his wife. His wife. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, let me apologize. Hey, let me apologize. Big time. Yeah, folks, cut me a little slack, okay? Cut me a little slack. Yeah, it's his wife. That's right.
Say that again, cut me a little slack. Say it loud.
So, I said so already. Yeah, cut me a little slack. So how does he look? He
looks right? His age. I mean,
And he's actually able to walk on stage.
He walked on stage slow. He has a stick. His daughter helped him. But the important thing is he could stand on his own, which means he still have some strength, But I mean, age does a number to us, as it's life, Andre.
Yeah, of course.
He didn't speak. They didn't speak. I don't think they had to say anything. But it was good to see him. I'm trying to get to what it was. Maybe just the Icon Award and Teddy.
Well,
Teddy was the one.
Let's hope that those in authority learn a little lesson from that and don't wait that long.
Exactly.
They don't wait that long.
So this was new, and that was and also Dylan Pitcairn. That was.
Now I haven't seen him for a while now.
He's not well, Andre.
So was he there last night?
No,
he didn't make it.
His daughter collected on his behalf.
Wow.
But he's not well. He hasn't been well for a while. But he's
no wonder not seeing him.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Dylan, if you listen, my friend, hey, listen. I wish you all the best. All right.
Yeah.
Wish you all the best.
So it was good because I was trying to remember the other one. Yes, it was him, and so it was good to see him for again the band leader, designer, builder. I mean, I remember being a little girl and Secra was already into that. I mean, Miss Booty, these people, and to me, out of that set of persons, to me, he's the only one. I'm not sure. I don't want to say quote me on that, but I can't remember persons that were there with Miss Booty and so on, except for him. Everybody else to me came on after. You know what I mean? And they did good for St. Lucia, good for our carnival, for what we had then, Andre? Because remember, finances, maybe they were not pumping as much. So can you believe if he, with all of his experience and all of that, could still do what he did then now, how carnival would be? So it was really good that they honored him and the other persons. The only person that didn't come on stage, like I said, was Dylan.
So will that be a regular feature now every
they
year?
Said so.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah, and not wait too long, before we do those things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So bravo.
So that was new.
Yeah.
And they said, so that, I think it was the 4 of them. Yeah, I think it was the 4 of them. And they also have the...
And you mentioned Gregory Shining Emmanuel as well.
Yes, he was on stage.
Now,
yes.
you know, I saw him recently. I was at the supermarket there. We chatted for a little while. Great man, great pan player, one of the best in St. Lucia. I hadn't seen him for a while.
Yeah.
I thought maybe he had probably gone overseas or something.
He's here.
Wow,
yeah.
so they honored him last night.
Yeah.
I'm curious, what did they honor them with? I'm just curious.
I would have to check because not all of them I remembered. But I know Dylan was honored for Mass.
No, what did they honor them with?
Oh, a plaque. They got something, yeah. They all got something.
Any cash with it?
Andre, why are you always behind that cash? But I'll tell you, thank you, Andre, because I remember when we were doing Queen of Grosley and we were walking one day and we were just talking about cash and so on, and you question why we're not giving cash. And I say, but if you don't place, why should you get cash? You're already getting prizes. And I remember you saying, no, but they're doing the thing and they should be awarded with some kind of cash. Queen of Grosley, it's not as grand, or the communities do not get the monies that National Carnival Queen gets. They get a lot of money, and I mean, there's a lot of publicity for, so a lot of people want to jump on board. But when it comes to the communities, it's very, very difficult, especially, say, Queen of Grosley. I mean, mostly everyone is trying their best to get sponsors, and sometimes you get bartered sponsors. When you get a bartered sponsor, you have to find the money for that delegate. And you can't go to the delegate and say, hey, you have a bartered sponsor, so you have to wait. No, just like you're giving it to the other 5, you need to give it to that, or whichever. You need to give that individual just as much or just as little as the others are getting. No one should get more than the other. That happens, okay? Anyways, Andre, because of what you said, I remember I went back to the group and I said, you know what? Maybe we can start small. Those who don't make it, because it's top 3, and if you have 6, you have another 3. Those who don't make it, if they follow the rules, and the rules would be you must attend the carnival, which is you must attend one day of the carnival, Grosley Carnival. If you attend that, right, as part of the rule, then you get your monies. You don't attend, you don't get the monies, right? So they have to attend. And they get the $200. So let me say that now. They say you have to give people their flowers. So I'll say that to you. Thank you, because we never thought of giving those who didn't place cash, just your prizes, whatever prizes. So thank you for that, Andre, because I meant to tell you that. And those who don't place get the $200. And of course, as time goes by, it will go up to 3, 4, 5. But again, finances is very, very, very important.
Yes, of course. And the thing is that, especially when you see we are a lot older, and for some of us, we aren't able to provide for ourselves the way we used to when we were young, as well as when you're ill. Being sick takes up a lot of your resources. Okay? So we are thinking sometimes that these people are all right. Okay? So I just think, especially for those who are older and not well, I think if you're going to be honoring the person with a plaque or whatever, to, give the person a little check there, especially if they're not well. In fact, just have that as part of the whole process. Okay? That you're honoring somebody, you're giving them a plaque, that's accompanied with a check. It doesn't have to be hototo-lasha, but just something to say, we appreciate you. It's not much, but we appreciate what you did. Okay? Let me tell you something.
I don't truly agree with you, but I hear you.
Let me tell you something. I worked at Radio 100. I can say so. I care if they get vexed.
Oh, you could have left the name out.
I worked there for donkey years. No, I said it, man. I worked there for donkey years, right? Give some of the best years of my life to that organization, right? I was there, over 30-something years I worked there?
From the time they opened.
Yeah. And when I left, I got nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nada. You understand? So I know what those things feel like. So that's why I'm able to say what I'm saying here. And we must always try to imagine how we would feel if we were in that particular position. So I'm just saying, just recommending, moving forward, it's a beautiful thing. You're honoring those stalwarts and so on. I'm saying if you're going to be giving a plaque or something that you get,
that was wrong? Given, yeah,
what's
they got
wrong?
something. But Andre, I mean, how little? Let's just speak. You and me. Forget people are listening, but you and me speaking right here. What would be reasonable in terms of cash?
I mean, for those
for one
people?
of these persons?
I'd say maybe a maybe a $3,000 check or something
So
like that.
that would be 3 fours, that's 12,000.
Yeah.
So, money is important.
I'm sure.
And they need to have the money in order to say they're going to give.
And
So-
the money doesn't necessarily have to come from the government. They can get the private sector to make those contributions. What you do, you write to a whole bunch of them. You don't have to ask each one of them for a lot. You ask each one maybe for $500, for example.
And put that.
Okay? So you write to about 12 of these organizations. I'm just saying as an example.
I hear
And
you.
especially depending who's asking, the people are more than happy to assist, especially when they
Who is
understand.
asking, and also for why we're asking.
Exactly.
Not who, but why.
Exactly.
Because people will give for the why. Andre, I don't have, Gregory Shining, obviously, for the pan and so on. But Trevor Jati, he got for social and political commentary.
Ah.
Yes.
I saw Jati again.
The songs, yeah.
I was outside there.
He I never knew.
One day.
Just heard.
And I just heard somebody shouting me. Because Jati and myself, we go back when we were little boys.
Okay.
You understand? I remember Jati used to be one fit-looking guy.
Still looking
back
good.
in the day. Loved to go to the beach. Loved to run. He's a very athletic guy. Plays cricket and football and so on. Right? I have those very pleasant memories of him. So we grew up together, right? He has some relatives in the Leclerc area there. That's how I got to know him. Okay? So when I saw him, I was really, really happy because I hadn't seen him in quite a few years. It's amazing on Lady J how this thing happens, that, some people are on the scene for a while, you see them there, and you just can't help but see them because they're just in the public domain. And next thing you know, you just see these people just go in the background somewhere.
Yeah.
You don't see them, you don't hear them. Yeah. It happens so often. What, boy?
Yeah. Andre, one of the
It's
things
almost
they're
scary.
returning, you remember Line Jam?
Yes, I understand.
They're
That's
going to
coming
bring
back.
that back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good, eh? I think I took part in that maybe once or twice. Andre, but the name is going to change.
A nice Creole name now, right? Babal Avil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Carnival in the town, Carnival in the city. That sounds good. I think it's a
So
good
what
idea.
exactly is that all about, by the way?
What? Line Jam?
Yeah, what is that? Is that
It's a pre thing for Carnival, yeah.
Tell us that we don't know. We don't know.
Why is me that I have to tell you? Wait, I'm not in the Carnival
okay,
planning
just say you don't know.
team.
That's all. You don't
Get
know.
away, Andre.
That's fine, Lady J.
I don't want to say the wrong thing.
No, you were promoting it, so I just thought you knew what it was all about. Yeah, that's all.
I don't want to say the wrong thing. I'm only going to say what I know, for sure.
Yeah.
Because people like to quote. So, Jade, you need to answer to this. So maybe we have to bring Jade in here. She's the PR. Yeah.
Of course, definitely.
Yeah. But this was said when Tamara was talking. Tamara Gibson was talking. That part was said by her.
So I know you're into pageantry and so on. So what about the Queen Show? Was anything mentioned about the Queen Show?
Oh yeah, Andre. They advertised that they were selecting 7 young ladies, but last night they selected 9 ladies. And from what I could see, that's a really strong group of 9 ladies. I see a police in there.
When you say strong group, like what do you mean?
Strong in everything. They spoke well.
Oh, okay.
They looked well. A little bit of punches of the talent, You could see who sang, who did drama, who played an instrument. So, obviously there's assortment of talent
Yeah, coming
through.
to the fore. Yeah,
of course you can see some of them would need, like anything else, the training, because you could see from the walk when, it depends on where the camera takes you, but you could say, okay, this person needs some help there. And of course that will happen within this time, because the show, they didn't give the date of the show, but it's usually like the first weekend in July. Okay, I don't have that date, but that date wasn't said. So it should be good. And then, the communities will follow. Soufre, Groselet this year, because there was no Queen of Groselet last year, Mabuya, and so on. The only community that I haven't heard of for a while is Vieux-Fort, because there used to be a Miss Vieux-Fort. So I don't know what's happening there. But the other communities seem to be on board. But that wasn't mentioned last night because they were focusing on national. Carnival.
So I know you're into pageantry and stuff. So what's going to be happening for the Groselet competition that you normally
thank you for asking, Andre.
Yeah, of course, you're welcome.
So, well, I hope REV-UP St. Lucia will be giving us some pluggings, for Queen of Groselet. But yes, the audition will take place the second weekend. We're just trying to finalize.
We?
Our committee, myself and the committee.
Okay.
Can't be one, Andre. It's got to be a team, right? Trying to finalize the venue But we've been advertising that we'll be back this year, and we have been advertising that the auditions are coming up soon. So we have been receiving calls from persons who are interested, and of course you have to be from Grosley, and you should be living there at least for 1 month, and you can be 17 plus, but by the show you need to be 18. So we advertise 18 years, 18 to 26, 27. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And also Lady J Pageants, because I'm also into that, not just. So Lady J Pageants auditions coming up as well, Andre. Let me put that plug in there quickly.
Sure.
And
yes.
And it's on the 22nd of this month. So this one would be for regional shows, persons who are interested in participating. We like if that person has had experience before, not necessarily in pageantry, but at least maybe in modeling, or maybe in acting or something, because you need the talent. Everything else, of course, as always, you will be trained. So the first is in June, and we have a couple of pageants. So persons get an opportunity to represent St. Lucia, and of course to develop themselves further. So not just one show and then you finish, but you can participate. There is the Miss Universe as well that Joyce does. So they do have other opportunities from other persons.
Okay.
So I'll talk about myself, that we give them an opportunity as well.
But let me ask you, I know they've had some pageants where they feature young men.
In St. Lucia, you're talking about?
Yeah.
Or in general?
How is how is that normally received by the public, where you have young men who are participating in some pageant or the other, some competition? How does that normally work out in terms of support? Right? Do people find it attractive? The fact that it's not pretty girls that you have to look at, just some hardbacks that was you're looking at. So it was just how's that normally received there?
Well, I mean, sometimes it's like maybe once in a while it is, unlike pageants with females, because it's predominantly females for pageantry in terms of the Caribbean. Or let's talk about St. Lucia. I can't tell you if it is received well. It would have to be the actual organizer to say that, but that tells you the fact that it's not very seasonal, or it's not organized very often.
Right.
It tells you that it's not received very well.
Yes, apparently.
Andre, we are not intelligent enough or understanding enough to realize that just because a man takes part in a pageant doesn't mean he's gay. He probably just wants to develop himself further. But the majority of persons believe that it's only gay persons that participate in a male pageant. You know what I mean? So I don't know what to say for that one.
Okay.
But it's not as common as the females.
Well, our major concern right now, I mean, it's great, all due respects, praise to all those, big up, rev up to all those who are organizing Carnival 2026 in St. Lucia. But right now we got some problems there. Let's hope that things can work out. The United States chose to attack Iran at this time. And this is creating a real problem because the price of oil is increasing. Right now it's over $100 a barrel. And the Iranians are already predicting that it's going to be $200 a barrel. So let's hope that the protagonists, more so the US, because they're the ones that like to pick fights apparently, that they will try and keep things down, that people can now continue with all their plans, their travel arrangements and everything, that countries like St. Lucia and others are not negatively impacted by what's going on there. Because if travel costs are going to be increasing, sort of thing.
It has been.
Yes, so this is going to, and once you have increase in oil, increase in state, you're trying to get a hotel room, everything's going to be, on the increase, because electricity rates, I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah,
it's just crazy. So let's hope that the US, I'm saying the US, because they picked that fight there with Iran, and of course they've been assisted by Israel, that they can do what they have to do. And I understand that Trump has given orders now to go into the reserves to bring out a whole bunch of millions of barrels of oil, not just America, I think some other countries as well. But they're saying that didn't even do much to stable things as far as in fact, to take the price all the way back down. So it's still high.
Yeah.
Last I heard it was like about $100 a barrel. So let's hope.
How much are we paying for gas now, Andre? Because I keep forgetting. Sometimes I just go to the gas station and ask for.
Yeah, I don't even think about it, to be honest with you. I think probably 16 something, somewhere 16 something. Yeah,
Wow, that's
for a gallon of gas.
Yeah.
So the Prime Minister already said that they'll do all they can within their power to keep the prices down. But I mean, you can't keep doing that forever if the price keeps going up, right? So I guess that's from old stock. So when you start again, ordering new stock, then because right now the Iranians they don't want to stop the fight at all. They do not want to stop, and the Iranian supreme leader now, he's saying that the Straits of Hormuz, they are making up this, and they're going to attack any ship that decides to pass through that strait there, that passageway where of course most of the ships are that come from these Arab countries that have produced all the oil. They're saying that they're going to stop them. Trump already threatened that if they try anything like that, they'll feel the mighty weight of the United States and so on. I don't know, boy, but Iran seems ready to extend this thing. Trump said there's no more that they can do in terms of bombing and so on, at least legitimate targets. But up to this morning, I heard Israel still they're pounding sections of Iran, so they must be finding something still to pound. Okay. So let's hope that we're not negatively impacted. Let's hope that they can.
We're just hoping that unrest
that this thing can stop.
Yeah.
This thing can stop as soon as possible, because war,
not good. We know that.
It's not worth it.
Well, we don't want it to get too bad, Andre, that we go back to World War I and II. We don't want that. So we've got to pray. Yes, we got to make sure.
Yeah. So, DJ, there's so many things to talk about. So many things here in St. Lucia. But I want to talk about
today's Friday. Remember that?
We ending at 11:30.
No, I'm just saying today's Friday.
Yes.
No work Saturday and Sunday. So talk all you want.
No, but we have to end at 11. So there's a story that came from New York. There's this gentleman. He is 75 years old, and apparently he had traveled to Guyana. He had traveled to Guyana, where he met this woman, a Guyanese woman, and she's she's 34. So he's 75, and she's 34. Now that's a huge age difference. However, I'm not criticizing that, because love is love, right? Once you love somebody, I mean, who am I to come and question those things? Who are we to come and question those things if people are in love? But I'm just saying, there's some figures, boy. I mean, if I'm 75 and a lady 35 tell me she likes me, boy, I have to consider that very, very, very carefully. And that lady has to really prove that she's really truly in love with me. She'll have to pass my criteria.
But I get that. But Andre, there are people that like younger, and there are people that like older.
Yes.
So these two, maybe that's what it is.
You can be attracted.
She wants older, he wants younger.
Yeah, you can be attracted. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, no problem. But I think we have to prove to each other whatever criteria that I use or you use to prove if somebody loves you. You have to really, really be serious about that. So anyway, we don't know what happened, but a motive has not been given. I guess we'll find out eventually when the guy talks. But he's been arrested. I saw a still pic of the guy being arrested. But apparently he was really, I suspect it's probably a crime of passion. He was, whatever that happened between the two of them, he was so angry. He chopped off the lady's head.
Ooh.
That's his wife, by the way. Yeah, they met in Guyana.
That's anger.
And she left Guyana, went to the US to meet him, and they got married while they were there. But something went wrong.
What race is that we're talking about, the man?
He's from, where is he from? I think he's from Trinidad.
Oh, okay.
He's from Trinidad, but he's been living in Queens, Queens, New York for a while. And he met this Guyanese lady, and he severed her head, and he put the head in some wildlife refuge, some place there in Queens.
Go Coco.
Yeah, he put the head there, and they found the torso in another look. In fact, they said sanitary workers actually found the torso. I guess they were digging up, picking up garbage and so on, and they found the rest of her body.
From the next
So he was really angry about something, really, really angry, and interestingly, he called the police, to make a missing persons report. I guess trying to cover up himself. And in other words, if it's me, I wouldn't call the police, but that's what he did. He called the police to make an announcement that his wife is missing, and the police did their homework and stuff, and I guess everything just went back to him. So he's been charged. He's been arrested and charged. And
so you mean he did not implicate himself? He was lying from the start by saying she's missing. So
he wasn't lying about the missing because she was missing.
Yeah, it's just that saying he did it.
No, as though it's the fact that he called
crime of passion.
People would look the other way because they figure it must maybe it's not him.
Be him. Yeah, right. Most times they start with the home.
But folks, a crime of passion is one where it's not premeditated, right? You didn't plan to do it. It's just that at the moment you get so angry, you're so agitated that you just lash out without even thinking logically. I remember, Lady J, I read a story about a guy. He, again, same thing, living apart. I think he was from Guyana, right? And the lady was from Barbados. And they got married, but while they married, now he was living in Guyana and she's living in Barbados. So during that
Long
time,
distance.
the lady now was messing around with either another man or other guys, all right? And he found out and he confronted her. And instead of trying to, to temper things, I remember Mr. Thanks for taking my call, gave a story about, I think he said,
Sylvester.
I think his aunt or somebody had gone out to some fete, and while their boyfriend noticed that she was dancing a particular way, and when he confronted her about the way she was dancing, she said to him, "Is that all you saw?" Now
that's triggering.
You're supposed to de-escalate at that point, and ladies, you love to do that too much. I've been on the receiving end of that kind of stuff already. I tell you, it takes a lot of strength, to hear the person telling you what they're telling you, and that thing hurts you, man.
Andre, go back to the story, and then we'll talk about feeling.
Tale. It's all related. It's all related. You feel a way. The ladies know how to get underneath your skin because they know what you like, what you don't like. They know your weaknesses and your strengths. They do know because they study you. All right. And they use that opportunity now, Boji, because you're on the back foot, right? Now, sometimes they have some legitimate reasons to do that, but you're on the back foot. That time you're weak. And they use the opportunity now to suck it to you and to make you feel worse, right? Even if you tell a little lie just to calm him down, but they tell you the truth, and the truth now, it really, really upsets you because you're hearing what now you suspected all along. And you're hearing them admitting it now. At that time, they don't care. So in that particular case, I'll get back to the story right now.
But let me just say before you get back to the story, isn't that both sides? No, that's all I want to say. Isn't it both sides? Now go back to your story. It's both sides, Andre.
What both sides you mean? What you mean?
About you talking about the man. What about the woman in the reverse? How the man makes her feel when?
No, we're not good at that.
Oh, Andre, we're not good at that.
No, we're awful. We're not good. Men are not good at that sort of thing. I'm telling you, we're not very good. I think I spoke some time ago, and I saw that you tell me I was probably talking about myself. I saw that happen. There's a lady, I tell you, the guy broke up with her. The guy was out with another lady. I was playing at the party, and I knew the vibe because I know both of them. So the guy was there. He was there with another lady because things break up. And then the lady walked in there. She came by herself. She was there by herself. But when she saw him there with the lady, she decided now to show him what she can do. Maybe even stuff that maybe she used to do with him. And boy, I saw she went down, I tell you, went down on the floor, and another fella there on top of her. And the guy got so upset, he left the lady he was with and to confront her. He left her, he pulled her outside, went downstairs with the lady. I said, Monsieur, and
but
imagine,
that's unfinished business, Andre. We're not finished yet.
But of course, maybe in the guy's mind it wasn't finished, but he already moved on. He was there with another lady. Now, you can't take that kind of thing. The point I'm making to you is that we're not very good at that. Ladies are excellent. No. I give you all your props. So instead of de-escalating, and I'm saying that to your ladies because you like to do that a lot. The guy now,
Andre,
is a. Okay, all right, okay.
Please, say some.
Okay, all right, I hope you, okay, I take that. So, getting back to the story. So, the guy now left, I think Trinidad or Guyana, and went to Barbados to see the lady, to confront her because he's getting the vibes. And the lady said to him, go and check and see if you don't have AIDS. In other words, I must give it to you. Let me tell you. The guy got so angry at that. He got so angry because the guy's asking you something. De-escalate the thing. Tell him a lie if you have to, just to calm him down because he's angry, he's upset. No. That's when they're choosing now to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So the guy is upset. You know what he did? He stabbed that woman. That's what the story, I read the story. He stabbed her over 60 times. In a fit of rage, he stabbed her and stabbed her and stabbed her. Right? And imagine when I went to court, you know the judge took that into account? And it was like a crime of passion. They didn't give him the death penalty. They put him life in prison. Okay? Right. They took that into account, the fact that the lady kind of like was goading him on to that sort of thing. Boy. So ladies, right?
Andre,
if you find yourself in that situation, please de-escalate. Do not make the thing any worse. You are putting your life in danger when you do that kind of thing. Okay, because you don't know how the person is going to react. Actually, I've been under that kind of thing already. And that takes a lot of strength for you to just remain calm, and either leave, or if for any reason you have to stay there, to still remain calm.
No.
Boy.
Andre, I hear you, and it's some. But Andre, how do you know that the man came there calm as ever, asking her, "Oh, I know you've seen someone." How do you know that?
I didn't say he came calm.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
no, I didn't say you said it.
He was probably
I said,
very angry. He was
exactly
because when we hear those things, that's what I'm saying to you, to de-escalate the thing. When we hear those things, you're already all set up. I could imagine the guy probably figure he has to go now spend money to pay a ticket to go to Barbados and to confront the lady or whatever, right? He's already angry. And most of them will come to you in an angry sort of tone. I'm just saying at that point, don't make it any worse, even if you have to tell a lie at that point in time.
Everybody's different.
Just calm him down.
Everybody's different. So if you know your woman and you know your man, maybe best to be among persons. I think the best time to talk about something like that is when you're at dinner and you're in an open place.
What you say?
For me, I'll bring it out there because you're going to shout and let everybody hear. For me, that's the best time to bring it up.
The man, at that time, you don't hear about no dinner.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm saying he's taking a flight. Andre, he's taking a flight. He's on the plane. That's an opportunity for him to start calming himself down. Because he's not in the country. It's one thing to be in the country, but he's not in the country. So we don't know what exactly transpired when he took the knife or whatever he took. But
you're the one who's asking, how do we know he wasn't already angry, making noise?
I understand that, but
I'm saying quite frankly, he was.
Yeah, of
now
course,
you're saying he had time to calm himself down. That's how you're thinking in a logical, ladies' view of things, or maybe somebody like you're more tempered in the way you.
I'm not.
Okay,
don't add that.
Oh, okay.
I can, but I can. I'm human, Andre. I've got blood running through my veins. Okay. When I get vexed, I get vexed too, Andre. What you mean?
Yeah, no, but you're saying that the guy should have calmed down before he got there and so on. And even if he were to be calm, by the time you get there, you already see the person already, the attitude you get in, the behavior, it gets you more angry. Actually, I've been on that thing already. I've been on the receiving end of that already.
True. But Andre,
it's not a nice feeling.
I just want to put a scenario here before we finish. Andre, so you know the lady, or let's say in your case, you were the one cheating, right? And she came and approached you. She came loud and aggressively. What do you tell her at this point? Let's use a name, Mary. Have you ever had a Mary as your girlfriend?
No.
We'll use Mary. Mary, calm down. Let's use the girlfriend as Jane, yeah? Easy name. Mary, calm down. There's nothing happening between me and Jane. You think that is what you're going to tell the person?
No, Lady J. I'm saying you have to try to de-escalate. Whether it's the man or the woman, that's not the time to be to make the person feel any worse than they're really feeling.
I'm doing role play here. I'm saying, what would your response be?
Yeah, my response would be saying, especially if you get, I say, calm down, take it easy. Let's talk. Calm down, take it easy. You're getting upset over nothing. Take it easy. All right.
And I'm guilty. I want answers.
I'm guilty. Right.
So, and I'm still excited. I want answers.
And I want you to calm down.
And you're still saying calm down.
I'm telling you calm down.
So eventually I take a deep breath.
When I see you calm down, and we're talking now, I'll tell you, depending on, again, I know your temperament, right? I might just lie.
Okay. But hear that, Andre. Let's be shaggy. It wasn't me. But it was you, because remember, if you know the lyrics to the song.
I know it.
Look through the window and I saw you.
Well, that's a different thing.
On the desk, on the la.
That's a different thing.
Well. Okay, so let's not put it as if they were really, as the song says, BANGING. But they just saw you out with the person. And that person, that Mary has been seeing you out with Jane quite often. So in Mary's mind, you have something with Jane. So,
and I do, let's just say I do.
Yes.
I do, right.
So how are you going to get Mary to are you going to grab and say, I love you so much, you're the one I love? What are you going to do to calm her? Because she's still upset. It is Jane that you see.
Right, I'm saying to you, I ought to know my lady's temperament. I ought to know that how far I can admit certain things, right, before I admit. Right, depending on the situation, because there's some people who are calm enough. You know, when I say calm enough, you know them well enough that you can tell them the truth eventually, and that they have to accept it. Okay,
no,
and there's some other people now that you are to know their temperament and to know you cannot at that point there tell a person the truth at that point. You tell him, listen, calm down. Let's talk about that tomorrow. Let me tell you, there's a story there in Jamaica where a lady wanted to discuss something with a guy. I think I mentioned that already. And he said to her, let's talk about it a little later. That's what he said. And again, she got angry. She went upstairs, took the little baby that she had there. I think I mentioned that to you. And she just threw the child.
Oh, that one. That was the reason why. Oh, man. That's crazy.
But that lady was not a person of sound mind, because when they took her to court, I mean, the judge realized right away that this person was of unsound mind. So they sent her for a psychiatric evaluation right away. In fact, that matter is still in court. In Jamaica.
That's the worst time for cheating.
So you know the lady already, is of unsound mind. Of unsound mind. You know that already. So, when the lady asks you something at that point there, you need to go and talk to her, because you know how she's already at that point.
But maybe
because she's angry.
Maybe he can't. Maybe he can't, Andrew. Everybody not the same. Maybe he can't talk to her. She's going to be screaming and shouting and getting on. Some people take this thing very seriously, because they put all their heart and soul into an individual. And that individual is telling you, I love you. And the worst part is if you actually seen with your eyes.
Well,
and you're hearing it wasn't me. Andre, that really tears an individual apart. And we're talking about both man and woman.
Yeah, they gaslight you. Make you think that you're going crazy, that you didn't see for yourself.
They tell you paranoid. How about that? You paranoid, you this, you that. No. It's not. Anyway, love is...
I mean, if somebody catches me in the act, I mean, you catch me already.
Tell me what you're going to do.
That has never happened to me, but you catch me already. At that point there, I'm not going to try to lie to you at that point.
No, you'll still lie.
I'll just say sorry.
No, you'll still lie.
No, I won't, because you catch me, you really catch me red-handed.
No, but if the person only saw you today, not yesterday, not ever. Nobody has said.
Yeah, but you catch me. I'm there.
You won't lie for this one?
Well, how can I lie? I'm right there.
No, you could lie.
The lady.
You could lie. It's up here that you love her.
Hold on.
But you could say, I just brought her out.
The lady is.
I just brought her out.
The lady's right there.
She's just a friend. Most of the men say
No, but you said you catch red hand. You see all the thing that's taking place, right? You catch me red-handed.
Dancing clothes, possibly.
No, I'm talking about I'm at my home, for example.
In the house.
In the house. You come there, I decide to bring the lady at our house, and you catch me at that point in time. I can't lie at that point. I just say sorry. That's all I could say. But I will not. What I'm saying to you, I will not make it worse by telling you,
you're right or whatever.
You deserve that. I stopped loving you long ago.
Yeah. Some people do that.
I can't stand the best. You crazy to say those kinds of things?
Yeah.
Nah, man. At that point there, you even if you may have to tell a lie, I'm telling you folks, I'm not justifying any lies. I'm just saying anything to de-escalate the situation.
It's better to leave the house and go for a drive.
Or something like that. Just don't make it any worse. And I'm saying too many ladies, especially, they like to do that a lot.
I don't know, both sides.
They know your weaknesses. They know what you like, what you don't like. For example, a guy like me, I said it already. I've said it openly. I feel that my girlfriend is supposed to be dancing close with any other man.
I agree.
Yeah. So
I agree, Andre.
So you know what she'll do? She'll come and dance close in another man right in my presence. You're raising up my ire. And these things have happened to me already.
Nah, that's not. No.
And I have to remain calm. Yeah, and I'm dying inside.
So why can't you just go and say, excuse me, and dance with her?
Oh, wow.
Well, then that's not your lady.
You're crazy. No. They do it to you. They do it on purpose to hurt you.
That's disrespect. I wouldn't want him to do it, and I wouldn't do it either.
Well,
I would do my disco dancing, and I'll do how I want to dance disco. You dance here, I dance here. But another man to, what we call it? Chiffonner, you know what? No.
So you're saying if there was a problem,
if I have a partner,
and he's there, and you're upset with him, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that to him.
First of all, Andre, if I'm there and he's there and we're upset, I'm going home. I'm not staying there, Andre.
All right,
I'm
good.
going home.
Good.
No, I'm going home. And I'm letting you know I'm going home. Unless, of course, we drove separately. Then I'll jump in my vehicle. Bye. Okay? I'm not going to stay there, Andre. For what?
I can't take those things.
Yeah.
I cannot take them.
Yeah, even if we quarrel at home and whatever, that means it's home.
Yeah.
But out there, Andre, why dress up so much to come out? It's to enjoy myself.
And as I said to you, the example I gave earlier, where the lady came there, she knew the guy was there with the girl. She knew that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Right? So you leave your home, right, to come now and to get the guy upset or to make the guy feel uncomfortable.
I'm jealous.
Now, if relationship break up a year past already, or 2 years past, that kind of thing, I understand. You come in the person's presence. That's your problem if you dig in horrors or not.
Yeah.
But things just break up. Things are still fresh, and you come in there to do that? Oh, Asta. So I'm just saying that you don't know sometimes how people are going to react. These crimes of passion. God knows what it is the guy heard there about his wife, because we don't know. He hasn't given a motive as yet. And the man just got, the man chopped off the lady's neck there. Yeah. And to show you what he did, he put the head one place and the torso some other place.
He had to have driven it somewhere. He had to have put that body in the car or vehicle and take it somewhere.
When they arrested him there, he was just cool and calm,
Well, he's gone already. He's cool already, Andre, because that's why he's cool and calm. That cool and calm doesn't mean you're not cocoa.
I bet you, when you see they arrested him, or even after he did what he did, he was still angry, he was upset, he was probably trying to justify what he did in his head. She deserves it, she deserves it.
Yeah.
But after you calm down, you start to see things differently already. You start regretting. You start regretting. Oh my God, what did I do?
The only thing you regret is taking that flight.
What did I do? I'm talking about the one in New York there, right? Because she was there with him. She was actually there with him.
From the one who took the flight.
Yeah, by the time you calm down, you ask yourself questions. Why did I do that? Because you realize you've done something really, really bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lady J, let's get into the shout outs. The shout outs here. Go ahead.
See what I have, a small device, so you wouldn't have to tell me what you said yesterday.
Oh, okay. Oh boy, things change.
That's REV-UP St. Lucia.
That's what you call an upgrade.
I don't know if that's an upgrade. I hope that's the first one I'm reading too, Andre. It's Nancy Gracelyn. If you are the first person, it's the first one I'm getting. So good morning, Nancy. Andre, the same way you feel about your ice cream is the same way I feel about my man. I don't share. That's right up Andre's.
Good one.
Yes, Andre would like that one.
Good one.
Andre would love that. Laugh loud as ever. Erin says, Andre, I don't like to share my ice cream either.
You see that?
Wait. Listen well. Okay. She hasn't finished. So unless you see it in my freezer, I don't offer.
Okay, so but once you see it, once you see it, that's
which is what I was, saying, And D. Francis says, I will not give anyone fruits at my house. Monsieur,
you see that?
You old people really?
No, the people have been real, man.
What? So I agree with you, Andre. I will offer coffee, tea. If I have food ready or even a snack, not fruits. Okay, D. Francis. Kayla Smith says, well, today's Friday, so we're supposed to be laughing. That's a good one. Kayla Smith says, Friday blessings to all. All right. Josie Stevens says, Lady J, you about Creole Day, not Good Friday. What? Oh, she's talking about when it's happening? Oh, okay. Well, I did say they have something like that. Yes. Anyway, Sharon Peter and Linus E. James are watching with you. Okay?
All right,
Sharon Peter.
Sharon came a few days ago, She's actually here.
Lucia?
Yeah, she's actually here.
Oh, hi, Sharon. We need to meet.
So, Sharon, thanks for the visit. Yeah.
She says, good morning, REV-UP. Sharon Peter says, Tony.
Yes.
Josiane Alexander Larcher is watching.
Hey,
yes,
Josie.
Josiane, yes.
All the best to you.
She also says, good morning, REV-UP family. Happy weekend to all. Josiane, happy weekend to you too. Septima Joseph says, happy birthday to my son, Philip. It's coming from his mother, Jean. Andre. Septima Joseph. So, Philip, happy birthday to you.
Okay, Philip, happy birthday.
Arthur Charles says, good morning, folks. Today is the birthday of Junita Edgar Also, Simon Francis and Mrs. Lena Harrow. Altinus, a.k.a. Ma Checker of Viewfort, Andre. So that's three persons there. There is Unita Edgar, Simon Francis, and Mrs. Lena Harrow.
Okay. Now I heard from Tessa, Catherine's daughter. She says Catherine's birthday is actually on the 20th.
Okay.
So I got it wrong.
Never too late.
Yeah, but anyway, so Catherine,
Never
happy
too
birthday in
early.
advance. And I'm sure, Catherine, that's strange. Like, how come Tessa didn't send me a message? Okay, so my bad. I think she says it's actually Catherine's cousin's birthday today, Philip St. Martin. Yeah, so Philip St. Martin, happy birthday to you. All right? Yeah, I don't know how I got that all wrong, but anyway, all right.
So Joseph Sebastian is watching. Good morning, Joseph. So is Joan Wells. Hey, Joan. Yay. And there she goes. Joan Wells says, wow. Seriously, Lady J, when have you heard jazz being advertised? Wow. Barbados doing better than us. When Janice, well, when you say advertise, what do you mean? Because I see them advertising on social media all the time. And there was the opening of jazz. So I don't know what you're talking about, Joan. Maybe I see one thing and you see another. Joan also says, what a lot of baloney. Laugh out loud. Kote ton. Goodbye.
What's the baloney?
She's talking about they're not advertising jazz. Barbados is doing better.
Oh, you mean like advertising jazz overseas or?
I don't know. She didn't say overseas. I'm thinking she's talking about here. But I see jazz being advertised on social media all the time. St. Lucia Jazz.
Yeah.
I see it all the time. Even I, in entertainment news, talked about St. Lucia Jazz.
But
So-
I think they're rolling out the ads. Yeah, they're rolling out the ads. In fact, I was on the phone. I was on the phone this morning with people in positions of authority. Yeah, we should be getting our ads soon.
Tell her. Because I see one thing and they see another. I can't help you there.
Yeah, so the ads are coming out. The ads are coming out. Yeah.
Josie says the airline tickets will be very expensive because of the war in Iran.
I hope it doesn't happen. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope they're able to solve that war before things get any worse.
Joan says, yes, never know the details. I don't know. Last night was the event, yet I don't know. Well, last night was the event, so now it will be all over social media and the news. Simple, yes? Irrelevant details. Asking for myself. There you go. Madeline Alexander is watching. Good morning, Madeline. Erin replied to Joan. She says, wow, seriously? She replied to Joan saying that. So Erin says, Joan Wells, if you know better, enlighten us, explain. Don't just make a comment and leave us hanging. Okay. All right. They're responding to each other. Joan says, don't worry, Carnival book all the A and B already. Madeline Alexander says, good morning, everyone. Have a blessed Friday and enjoy the strong end. And there's conversation going on with Joan. Joan, she's answering. She says, Lot Kote Irin, Kite Powell Mwe. PWEN is what in Patois again? Poo. I don't know. That's between the two of them.
Somebody sent me a...
PWEN is what in Patois again? How you pronounce it?
I'm sorry, say again?
PWEN.
Point.
Okay. So let me just finish that, Andre. She says, Kite Powell Mwe Point Bless. Okay. Didn't get that one.
Yeah, somebody just sent me a pic of Secret receiving his plaque. And Secret looks well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks well. He looks well, man. Wow. Look at his face. Looks nice and young.
Yeah. Andre, I was there.
Wow.
I saw him on
Mr.
stage.
Gibson, you look well, man, Mr. Gibson. Thank you very much, Cosmos, for sending me that pic. So who's that?
So
Is that his daughter at the back of him there? No?
I believe so.
Yeah?
She was bringing him on stage. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, he looks well.
Might be Tova,
very,
I'm not
very
sure.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go, Lady J.
Yeah, I'm just they're responding to each other. Erin Shalmine, Joan Wells always, and I enjoy it. We correct where necessary and give knowledge to. I don't know. Not everyone has the spare time to follow events or news. We learn. Good stuff, Erin. Lucita Japierre is watching. She Chubb says Trini's not easy. Pius Snappy says, good morning. Good morning, Pius. Sills Rub. She says, a wonderful morning to you, Andre and Lady J. Thanks so much, Andre, for your kindness. I deeply appreciate you airing my rubs for me.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
My appointment to visit my doctor in Martinique in the first week.
Oh, wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The first week of when did she say? No? Maybe next month.
Yeah. It's
maybe next month.
So I have to read this more. In the first week of April.
Mm-hmm.
Once or twice a year, I have to return there to check on my health. So I'm asking you, my people, help me, please, to be able to return to see the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
If you're willing to help, my account number at Labrie Credit Union, Bridge Street, Castries, is 56619. 56619 is her account number.
The account number.
Number if you want to help her.
You want to repeat that?
56619.
And that's which credit union, she said?
Labrie Credit Union on Bridge Street.
Okay. So 56619?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks so much. Blessings always.
Yeah, because her issue is going to cost her some good dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Pius Snappy is watching. Pius says he's back.
Hey, Pius.
Mm-hmm. Nancy, Andre, some men worse than women. When a man is done with a woman, he treats her like he never loved her. Some men are far worse than women.
Yeah, well, of course, as anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I agree to that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Catherine McPhee, haven't seen
but I'm just saying, whether it's the men or the ladies, when those situations happen, try to de-escalate.
Agreed.
Don't make the thing any worse.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the person is hurting.
But it's hard, Andre. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. Not everybody have that sort of temperament. We have to understand that, Catherine McPhee says, good morning, Andre and Lady J. Have a great weekend.
You as well, Catherine.
Too. Catherine, you too.
Catherine McPhee.
Mm-hmm. Nancy says, Andre, when a woman is pissed off, telling her calm down is the worst thing you can tell her. Nancy, I am with you all the way. Thumbs up for that.
Yes, but it's either that or you escalate.
That's why you walk away.
Or you escalate.
That's why you leave.
No, that's not right. You can't walk out on the person.
Two, that's how I am breathing on it, and that's how you are breathing.
Because remember, the person is hurting.
Yeah.
You can't just walk out.
So we'll talk about it later. I can't speak to you right now. You just said try your best to de-escalate.
Right, and calm things down. But by leaving, just getting out there is probably the worst thing to do.
It might be the best thing to because it might
more angry.
Andre, I don't know. I just think between the two people standing facing each other, it could be worse. There might be a lot of shouting, a lot of hand. You never know. Pushing and shoving. You never know, Andre. Everybody deals with these situations differently, Lean Baptiste says, I agree with you, Janice. That's why you must have Vex money to take a taxi home. Yes, girlfriend. It is called Vex money. I agree. Bye-bye. Rosalind Charles says, I'm watching from Georgia. Blessings. All right, Rosalind. From Georgia. Mm-hmm. Josie Stevens says, fresh, ? Twice. We broke up, ? I'm dancing how I feel like. Laugh out loud. Okay. Mm-hmm. Arthur Charles says, today is 47 years since the Grenada Revolution. Oh.
Yes, that came up this morning on the show.
Okay.
It doesn't feel like 47 years. That's like, wow, that's that long.
You will never find the bodies of those people, Andre, up to day of today.
Well, especially Morris Bishop. That remains a mystery.
A mystery, Andre. Sis Rubs on Fixio, my name is, she's writing that. My name is Cecile Benjamin, when you're asking, and the number is 56619. So those of you who would like to help out, there is her name on the page, Cecile Benjamin, and the account number at the Labrie Credit Union on Bridge Street, she says, is 56619, right? Lintus is watching. And Arthur Charles says, and today is Black Friday. All right.
The 13th. Yeah. Friday the 13th.
And
Jason going to be out tonight.
For you only. Call on it and it will come. Lynn Baptiste says, a lot of people are in relationships that shows red flags and stay in the relationship. Low self-esteem is a poor problem. It's a big problem, It's a big problem. Agreed.
I agree.
Agneta St. Marie is watching. Okay.
Okay, again, Agneta. Is that a new person? No?
Yeah, I never saw that one, and it's spelled differently as well. Never saw that spelling either. All right, Agneta.
That was my grandmother's name, actually.
But most people say Agnete. Agneta.
Yeah, Agneta. Yeah.
Madeline Alexander says, I agree. I always walk with Vex money in case. Yes. Okay, I think that's it, Andre.
Okay.
It stopped on Madeline.
So now you're going to do the WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Okay, folks, this is
I think it
Harddrive.
stopped right there.
And don't forget, still to come, the icing on the cake. That's coming up.
Yes.
You ready now?
Wait, I have to find it, Andre. Otherwise, I'll be reading yours. Let me see. All right.
Let me just remind our listeners. Yeah, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead then.
Oh, good morning, REV-UP family, Andre and Lady J, and the listening public in St. Lucia and around the world. That's a 2668 number, Andre.
My partner from Antigua.
Let me see.
Julian, no?
No. I don't know. Do some damage.
Yeah, that's him.
They put all the words together. Okay. All right. Good morning to you.
Morning, Julian. Hope all is well, my friend.
Yes. And let's go. Blessed day, Lady J and Andre. Paul, TGIF. That's right. Do have a safe and blessed weekend. Thank you so much. That's from St. Lucia. Let me see if I can get Daniel. A.D. Daniel.
Okay, A.D. Daniel.
Yeah. Have a good, blessed weekend as well. Okay, Andre. This one is very long. This is about... It says, Andre, Trinidad, I don't know if that was for your show before. It says, Andre, Trinidad and Guyana were invited to Trump's party. Should I continue with that? Because that must have been for your show before.
You said it's very long, you said?
Yes, it is. Full paragraph.
Wow. I don't know, because we have to end it. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I'll come back to it.
Okay, if we have the time? Okay.
No, I wouldn't have time to read that, Andre. Oh, gee, that is very long. The whole, it's very long.
Sorry, Chima.
It's not for this
sorry
time.
about that.
It's not for this time. Yeah. The person says, good morning to you both. Andre, why do you think that the St. Vincent opposition leader should have called the Prime Minister to discuss the findings of the UK report? That is further encouraging the cover-up, keeping us further in the dark. The truth has to be spoken. Andre Paul, are you know that Secret Gripson owned the steel band at one time? Yeah, we know that. The band was located in the Bakafai, is it? Bakafai,
yes,
right?
that's
down that end there.
Yeah, Marian Street area. Marian Street.
Keeping the young men in the area occupied during including yours truly. Very good, whoever this person is. JKLM Products. I don't know who the person is. Very good.
So the thing is, I mean, I would like to ask Mr. Gonzalez, if I have the opportunity, what is the point of what he's doing there? Why is he doing that? I mean, these are your comrades, okay? These are your comrades. These are your friends. And as to why you choose to expose it like that, I'm saying that's the thing that you could have a private discussion with the leaders or the leader, whoever it is that you're criticizing, instead of coming out with that thing. What good does that serve? So when you come out and you do it that way, how does that help the situation?
This person says North. I guess they wanted to say Nuff, but it says North love to my sisterin Hamho of Mon Jacques, coming from sisterin Empress Bobo with love. Good day, REV-UP family. Great show as always. Thank you. Can you play me the hit song by Humble Official, please? Because St. Lucian women are truly sweet. Like Shirley Biscuit. Very creative.
He has quite a few songs. Which one is the person referring to?
Humble Official, they say.
He has quite a few songs, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, the person didn't say? Okay.
Interesting and enjoyable program. Have a blessed weekend, Andre and Lady J. That's from St. Lucia as well. Bernadette Samuel. Oh, hi, Bernadette. That's definitely a diehard fan. Bernadette is always locked on.
Okay, Bernadette.
This person says at 10:56, he was talking about his mother, Mr. Sylvester, when his mom was dancing with
that was his mom.
the other man.
I forgot who he was referring to. I actually forgot. Yes, as his mom. Yeah.
Good morning to my favorite radio station, REV-UP. A wonderful weekend to you both. I'm watching on DBS. Antonia. Oh, very nice.
Okay, Antonia. Thank you very much.
Antonia. Thank you. Have a good weekend as well. REV-UP, my brother and sister from another mother. I'm listening. REV-UP. Yes. That's Copy and King. This person says, good day. Sending happy birthday to my nephew, Taj Bradley of Bocage. Wishing him an enjoyable day. Greetings from his aunt Debbie and from the entire home circle. So Taj Bradley of Bocage, happy birthday to you. And that's coming from Kimo. Yes. This person says, hi guys, good morning. Okay. Don't know who that person is. Don't walk away. It gets me more pissed.
Oh, exactly. You see?
Well, you have to choose the time you're walking away.
And I keep saying you have to know the temperament of your partner.
But you know, Andre, you have to remember also people change, as the relationship over the years, people change. Some of them get more softer, some of them get more aggressive.
Exactly.
People change.
So you're supposed to know what the person has become. Yeah. Okay, that's it.
Basically, with the Creole Freeze was saying on Facebook, what? Okay, phrase, they meant they have freeze. Okay. Advance happy birthday goes out to my sister Beverly Ann, coming from Henry family. Blessings from the Most High always. That's Luther. Hey, Luther. Oh, your sister is celebrating her birthday? Luther, your neighbor.
Oh, okay,
Beverly
Luther.
Ann.
Happy birthday, Beverly Ann. When is her birthday? He didn't say?
No, he says advance. Okay, advance.
Okay.
So is it on the weekend? Cut your cake and celebrate. Okay, her birthday is tomorrow, Saturday.
Okay, happy birthday in advance, Beverly Ann.
Well, you'll be able to give her a lot of cake, Luther. Too much. The name of the song is the name of the hit song by Humble Official, featuring Top Cat. Yes, I played that song yesterday. That's the name of the song. And the final
What's the name of the song?
Top Cat.
No, that's an artist.
But it's by him. Play that one.
Right,
Yeah.
but
that's what he give. So you play that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Andre, the new government in St. Vincent is planning to introduce their CIP program. So Rav Gonzalez is doing this to strengthen his position as being against having a CIP in St. Vincent.
Okay.
That's the last one.
But you know, Lady J, I don't know. Just quickly before we get into the icing on the cake. When somebody is your friend, unless of course you're not the person's friend, I'm assuming that Rav Gonzalez is a friend of certain people in part of the Caribbean community, CARICOM, etc., etc. Okay? So I don't know Rav Gonzalez to be not a friend of the current administration, unless of course he's not. Maybe he's not. Maybe I'm assuming that he is, and maybe he's not. Because I'm trying to understand, why would he want to come and sort of expose the St. Lucia government in that way? I'm saying, if the person is your friend, it's your friend. You don't do it like that. You go to the person privately and you talk to them. By doing that, it doesn't mean that you're encouraging them to do wrong. You are now saying to them, listen, brother man, you know better than that. You know the people gave other reasons as to why they now you have to apply for a visa. This is not right, and you should be honest and upfront with the people. And if you do not do what you're supposed to be doing, I'm going to have to come now and give the information myself. But to just come out there and just do that, I don't know. What is that supposed to accomplish?
I didn't get the backstory, so I'm not sure exactly.
There's a video running around with Rav Gonzalez, and he's basically talking about St. Lucia and this whole thing with the requirement to have a visa now to travel to the UK. He's linking it now to. He's saying that the government, basically saying the government wasn't upfront with all the information. All they said, it was that it had to do with people applying for asylum. But he's saying there's more. And he's giving you information now to show you that there's more, that there's something to do with the CIP as well.
So why is he getting involved in our business?
You see, there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Andre, I'm saying
it's okay to get involved, because remember, if the person is, they're supposed to be friends. They're supposed to be friends. So if you are friends, you go to the person privately. This is the way you try.
Andre, not everybody do that. Look at some of our listeners here.
Well, you see, the listeners feel that what he's doing there is correct. That's how they feel. Now, I understand that. But I'm saying, me, where I stand, I don't operate like that. The person is my friend. It's like, say, for example, if I hear something about Anthony, right? Anthony comes out in public and says one thing, and I know the whole truth. I'm not going to come now on the air, for example, and expose the guy. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'll go to him privately and say, hey, partner, you know, what you're doing there is not right.
Yeah, I agree. But
And if you were to ask Anthony, these are things that I've said to him already when we're talking among ourselves, right? Because nobody's perfect. We all do wrong things. You understand? So I don't know why he's choosing to do that. I find it very, very, very strange. Very strange. Okay, Lady J. So
you ready for your ice cream? Andre, the name of the song is Hit Song. Okay.
She said, you ready for the ice cream?
Yes.
The icing on the cake, not the ice cream on the cake.
Icing on the cake.
Although it could be ice cream on the cake as well.
I said it purposely.
Okay, so here's the ice cream on the cake today. Now, you know, we have an issue with speeding in St. Lucia, right? A lot of the motorists are just speeding. And it's causing accidents and this sort of thing. Now, there was this Vox Pop where they asked a gentleman his take on this whole thing about speeding. So basically he's saying, well, they've tried everything already to get the guys or the ladies too, because some ladies really push their vehicles, I've seen that already, to kind of, you know, temper things, don't speed and, you know, don't behave yourselves on the road. But nothing seems to be working. So he said apparently he's going to try to cry. He'll try crying to see if that'll work. So let's give a listen, right? And to hear what he has to say about the whole thing. And then now, of course, he will give a demonstration about, you know, the crying thing to see if that's going to work.
Don't knock the people on the road. Please, I begging them. I just try to feel them, make them feel me crying. I feel like crying, cry for you to see like crying, for them not to knock the people on the road.
Thank you. Don't cry, mister. Okay. They will listen to you. They will listen to you.
Could you the speed limit, please? In town is 15 and out of 10.
I don't know if we should be laughing at that. That's a serious thing. But that's the technique. You say, you try crying.
When you hear that, you feel for it, and you. I saw that they were. That was hitting the social media last night. Actually.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, it was making it rounds, Andre. I did see quite a few people.
Let me thank my spirited listeners who share all these funny videos with yours truly, especially Charmaine. Charmaine, thank you so much. Charmaine always sends some video with me, and I really do appreciate that, Charmaine. Thank you. You know, she knows the kind of stuff that makes me laugh, so she shares it. That's a lady who like, you see, I'm sure you see her husband there. I'm sure she understands her husband very, very, very well, right? Because she understands me very, very well. You understand? Alrighty.
I have to mention that Arthur Charles, I know we're not supposed to go back there, but he says it is the birthday of Sir Julian Robert Hunt and Mr. George James.
So today's Mr. Hunt's birthday? Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Hunt, happy birthday in advance, sir.
Happy birthday in advance.
And who's the other person?
Mr. George James.
Okay, Mr. George James, happy birthday. Is it advance as well?
Well, it's on the same thing, so it has to be tomorrow.
Yes, so Julian R. Hunt, so he's celebrating his birthday tomorrow. You know, he lives just across us from our offices here. So I kind of see him whenever he's going out. Mr. Hunt.
He lives in...
Just across there.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I always thought he lived further up.
No, he's right there. He's right there. So I see him fairly often. Fairly often. Yeah, he looks well. He looks well. He looks well, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so
well,
folks,
good morning to everybody else who's chiming in on the chat. We are not coming back to Facebook, so good morning to you, and all of you have a good weekend. All right, stay safe.
Yeah, so Lady J is going to be with you until 3 o'clock this afternoon. Then from 3 until 6, then the DJ will be here. Now, part of the show this afternoon, folks, includes the top 10 homegrown. Okay, that's Zen the DJ will be presenting the top 10 homegrown songs. Just a little reminder, because some of the artists have been asking, you know, what time the show is, because remember we had it on before.
In the morning.
Yeah, well,
not in the morning, but 2 to 3.
Yes. So Zen is going to be doing it between 4 and 4:30 every Friday. All right. So between 4 and 4:30, it's the REV-UP St. Lucia top 10 homegrown.
Right.
Okay, so the weekend is upon us once again. Wow. Let's make it, you know, not only a party weekend for those of us who decide now to do something a little lighter, like me, for example. I'm playing tonight at Dax up at Rodney Bay.
Okay.
I'll be there. right? So, we can...
I passed the last night and there was a man singing, oh my God, Andre.
A karaoke? Yeah. So, so whatever you decide to do, to have a little fun, because life is very, very short. Just don't overdo it. Enjoy yourself within the confines of the law, right? Don't drink and drive. And you decide to drink. What do you normally? What's the advice normally, Lady J?
Don't drink and drive. Don't drive and drink. Don't text and drive. And don't you walk and text.
Yeah.
The life you save may be your very, very own.
That's right. Always have a designated driver. Somebody you know who is stable, not drinking like you. Okay, all right, and keep safe. And don't get into unnecessary fights and so on. Unnecessary problems and issues.
Make sure the second lady is not there. Or the second man is not there.
But Lady J, sometimes...
But take that seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, we shouldn't let that happen.
But sometimes, because there's no guarantee of anything. Sometimes you could be faithful to a lady and she could cheat on you as well, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that does happen. You're faithful to her and she does cheat. That does happen. Sometimes we think as though...
There's something about you that, needs in her mind or whatever. But I feel that they should talk about it first. We need to... I don't like this or I don't like that. I don't think... when they're married, it's different, Andre. I mean, my hubby and I have to talk a lot, because things... we've been together a very long time, and there are lots of ups and there are lots of downs as well. So we do have to talk, and not all the time I want to hear, not all the time he wants to hear. So we breathe off of each other. But guess what? I ain't going in the bed and not holding my hubby.
So you mean to say...
So we have to talk. Because why should we fall asleep vexed?
Oh, okay. But sometimes, Lady J, sometimes depending on what happened, not even talking would help.
True.
Depending on what's going on.
True.
Sometimes you can be so angry at your partner.
And you tell them you're angry too.
And even though they could apologize a million times. And too many of us believe as though saying sorry is supposed to fix things.
No, it doesn't. It's what happens after. The way you speak, the way you treat, what you do. That will get my mind off of what happened. Because if you're still angry, if you're still showing me signs, portrayal, and all of that, it's not going to work, Andre. And when it comes to cheating, it's kind of hard for some people if you cheat. Because guess what? St. Lucia is small. So if you're cheating with Mary or you're cheating with John, you want to stay away from Mary or John because of your partner. It might be hard because Mary is not ready or John not ready to give you up. But it's also difficult, Andre. Why? Because St. Lucia is so small. You might not have the intention of meeting up with these people, and you meet up with them, and innocently you're saying hi to them, right? Nothing else is on your mind. There's no relationship on your mind at that time because you really want to make things work with your partner. And something happens. Maybe your partner sees it. You're just saying hi to the person, or somebody goes and say, I saw him, I saw her. And then there are problems again. So what you have to do is to just refrain, in my opinion, from being in the places that those people frequent. That's the only way it is going to solve your personal relationship. Otherwise, it will always have problems. Because St. Lucia is very small. We bump into each other all the time.
Yes.
Not many fetes around that you can say, okay, unless, of course, when you go to the south, Andre, you say a different crowd go down that end when you perform, when you play.
Yes. Yeah, but I think the best thing for couples, the golden rule should apply. Okay, do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. In other words, what you wouldn't like your partner to do to you, don't do it to them.
Easy to say.
Because yeah, that is true. But here's the problem. God set things up in such a way that you reap what you sow. It's set up that way. Now it was set up for good. That if you do the right thing, you will get the right results. Unfortunately now, because of us and our sinful behaviors and so on, so we then tend to do the wrong thing. So then the law now, which was supposed to be for your benefit now, ends up being your enemy. Because now at some point, right, because what the thing starts at a certain point there, it goes around a circle and it comes back to you. It's just the way it is. Just almost like they say the saying, to every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. That's just how it is. So if you don't like something for yourself, don't do it to somebody else. Because one day, it's going to come back. That's just the way it works. But the problem with the way it's set up too is that it doesn't happen right away.
No.
It's like when you plant something, it doesn't just shoot right away. It takes some time. So we believe now, because it doesn't affect us, we don't see the results, the negative results, we continue doing it because we're thinking we can get away with it. But you don't get away with anything. At some point, it's going to come and affect you.
Correct. Yeah.
And now we want to ball now when maybe the lady finds out or the man finds out, and then Roro break out, big drama and everything. And then now we want to get angry at the lady, then you want to blame her, or she wants to blame you for things you didn't do. And so, and all that could have been avoided if we said to ourselves, I will not do to her what she wouldn't want me to. I wouldn't want to do to her what I wouldn't like her to do to me.
Well, not everybody come from the same cloth, Andre.
Well, it's just good advice.
Values.
It's good advice.
It's good for them to hear it, so that they understand. And another thing, Andre, I would say is, people have to be a little more softer when it comes to pregnant persons, because you're very sensitive. You need love, and I know there's a lot of cheating at this time because of sometimes what the woman is going through, and a lot of persons who are expecting will tell you that's when they know for sure, or they experience cheating,
really?
from their partners, for whatever reason, because you
sometimes the period time as well.
Exactly.
Yes, another
that
time.
They know exactly when it's coming, so they find the other woman. Andre, that is so. I mean, come on. They know exactly. Okay, this weekend she's gonna have it, so I'll have, number 2 or number 3.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think we should settle for seconds. I think if I'm going to be your man up here, I must know that I am your man, or say your woman. I must know that. I must feel it, even if it's not. But hey, I don't know. So that's one thing. Not knowing is not knowing, right? I have to feel it, that's mine, right? And I have to feel it wholeheartedly. So when I walk with you and I'm holding you, or we're walking next to each other, I'm confident that she is all mine. And that's how it should be, Andre.
Yes,
really.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, so after this extended version of Harddrive, I want to say thank you for listening. Thanks for viewing. Those of you on Facebook, on YouTube, also on X, and also on DBS Television. And again, a big thank you to the folks at DBS, especially Linda. We don't take that for granted, folks. The fact that Linda, has decided now to have our program on her TV station.
Thank you.
That means a lot to us. Thank you so much. All right.
So many people are watching.
Thank you.
And Andre, say hello to our listeners as well on 95.9
FM.
Can't leave them out.
That's correct. So in St. Lucia, and of course those listening online across the globe, wherever you are, thank you very much for the support. Thanks for being with us. Until next week, Monday, same time, have yourself a safe weekend. All right, on behalf of Lady J, who's going to be with you until 3 o'clock this afternoon, and then Zen the DJ will be here from 3 until 6. Andre Paul saying so long. Harddrive was brought to you the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor.
Funeral Parlor, we strive to bring you and your family the highest level of comfort, absolute satisfaction, and peace of mind during your most sorrowful time of need.
Our professional standards and quality services are second to none. We offer ground burials, burials at sea, cremations, and embalming, fine locally made coffins, internationally made caskets, 24-hour emergency, shipping and receiving the deceased to and from overseas.
Rambali's signature funeral package includes a casket or coffin, collection, refrigeration and preparation of the body, her services, 100 funeral leaflets, 12 memorial buttons, 6 keyrings, 10 corsages, and 1 framed photo.
Rambali's Funeral Parlor, Calvary Road, Castries, and Lartuni, Beaufort. For more information, please call 758-452-2021 or 758-454-9239.
From coast to coast,
I would love to hear it.
we're revving up the airwaves
Are you sleeping?
on 95.9 FM.